Welcome everybody to Rolling on Three, the first podcast for all three-wheeler owners. Whether you're riding a Ryker, Spyder, Slingshot, this is the show for you. Today, I'd like to welcome Trish to the show, also known as Miss Goody from South Florida. Trish, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Perfect, great. I always start the show with the same question. What are you rolling on?
I am rolling on a Spyder F3. I started out on a Ryker, however, and we took a ride down to, I belong to the SoFlo three-wheel therapy bike club, and we took a ride down to the Keys. So we went all the way down to Key West, and I rode it on the Ryker. We left here at 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't return home till 10 o'clock that night. When I tell you my back, my leg, I couldn't feel my legs, my back. After that, I was like, I'm done with this. So now I had owned it not quite 6 months.
Oh, okay.
And then I bought the Spyder. So I still have the Ryker in my garage. It is going to my bonus daughter as soon as she gets her endorsement. And so I love my Spyder. I've ridden it to Georgia. We've gone to North Carolina because we went to the Bikers Roundup, the Black Bikers Roundup that happened in Georgia in August.
Okay.
So that was an adventure. That was a long ride, but it was a comfortable ride. I got the ultimate comfort seat put on there, yeah.
That's what's up. So did you where did you get your bikes from? The same dealership?
Yes, I did. So the dealer that I got it from is in Hope Sound, which is about an hour and a half away from here. Not quite 2 hours, about an hour and a half away. And so the whole bike club, when I went to get the Spyder, the funny thing is with the Spyder, because when I did my endorsement, of course, we only did it on the Rykers at the class. Right. So I went to get the Spyder and I wasn't too sure if I could ride it all the way home. So I swapped with our president, Lauderdale. So I rode his Ryker home. So we went up to Fort Pierce for lunch. On the way back from Fort Pierce, we stopped by the dealer and I'm like, yes, they have one. I want to buy it. So the whole club is sitting in the parking lot while we go through this whole negotiating. And I'm like, I have people waiting for me. We got to hurry up with this deal, chop. And even when we bought the Rykers, there was another couple. My husband and I, we bought two at the same time. Okay. And when we bought it, it was the last two that they had at the time. They had more coming in, but I was like, nope, we're getting those two. Another couple had come in that wanted them. And I'm like, nope, we have dibs on it. We were here first.
That's awesome.
So
awesome.
The dealer is an awesome dealership. So I'd go back. So that's why I went back, even though they're not close by. We have local dealers here, and I've taken the bike to Broward Motorsports. Riva, I would never. I went in there. I think here's the thing with men dealing with women when they walk into a place like that. So I went in alone because I joined the Can-Am, the Women on Can-Am group on Facebook. And so I knew what I wanted, and I was all excited before I purchased. So I went in there educated. However, this man saw me and it was just like, it's over there, like totally dismissive. I am not going to spend my money with no one that, don't want to be like respectful of me or anything like that. So I'm like, nope, let me find someplace else. So hence the reason why, even though River Motorsport is in the same city as I am, I drove an hour and a half away to find someone that, when I called them on the phone, was very nice and polite. The entire place, even when we went back the second time, they remembered me, when we went back to buy the F3. It was really nice to just everybody, totally different experience in those two.
I totally understand the experience in the dealership. It's very weird because I had the same, well, not really the same thing, but when I went to purchase the Ryker, there weren't any out. It was like a waiting list. So, I get told the salesman, look, I'm really interested. Call me back. It was like one of those things like, yeah, all right. But, then I found another dealership. He was like, look, I'm going to call you as soon as it hits the showroom floor. You got to be here in an hour. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. I could do that. Exactly. And but then I go back to the original dealer for service, and the service techs and everybody else is real nice. So sometimes it's the individual and not the dealer.
Right.
unfortunately, but one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. So,
Absolutely.
it gets a little tricky like that. But if you're happy with the people you're with, I mean, that's priceless in itself, right?
Exactly. And like I said, I service it closer to home. So I service it in Fort Lauderdale. Unfortunately, my husband decided to let someone at work ride the person had a motorcycle license, right? And he was
Totally
like,
different.
everybody's, oh, let me take for a spin around the parking lot.
Totally different.
Forgot that, the throttle does not, so didn't remember the brake. He took it straight into the fence. $2,000 worth of damage. He had had the bike maybe 6 weeks, if that. And then it ended up in the shop because, of course, COVID, right? You can't find parts. So it sat in the shop for like another almost 2.5 months.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, let me tell you the same experience, from going from 2 wheels to 3 wheels my first day. As soon as I pulled it out of the dealership, I almost wrecked it. I shot across 2 lanes of traffic like, whoa, wait, hold on. I'm used to riding 2 wheels. That ain't nothing.
Right.
What's 3? And I was like, yeah, I did 40 miles an hour going home for the path for like 10 miles. But I get it. You get ahead of yourself thinking, that's nothing. And
Right.
totally different. And I tell people that ride motorcycles that want to ride mine, I say, it's not like a motorcycle, bro. Get that out of your mind.
Right.
Because you're going to get on it and just, really, really have an awakening.
Yeah. See, I tell people, think of it like a jet ski, especially the Ryker. Think of it like the jet ski, and then that kind of give more, like Floridians, Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
We're in the water more often.
So I guess we touched a little bit, but tell me a little bit more about yourself.
So, okay, I've lived all over. So born in New York. So my family is in New York and Long Island.
All right.
However, I grew up in Jamaica. And
right.
then I went to school also, spent 10 years in Jamaica, then came back with my grandma, came back to Philadelphia.
Okay.
And so I've been all over, right? Went to undergrad and grad school at Pitt. Then I went to Atlanta. Then I went to California for 20 years. Now, and now I'm back in South Florida. My mom, my sisters, my brother, they're here. So I've now settled in.
That's what's up. I mean, hey, it's nothing like touching down in a few states like that. I mean, that's my goal when I retire, is to go visit a couple of states across this great country of ours. So
Yes.
that's cool.
Do you have one of the state patches for your, do you have a vest? Do you have one of the state patches that you color in? So similar to the ones, you see on the RV. So I want an RV. So I'm totally with you. I want to see all the national parks.
No,
there
I don't want to drive. I want to fly, stay in a hotel, visit, fly back. But go ahead.
I'm thinking more RVing it, but
no, not a problem.
There's also the patch, so, of course, everybody does that lower 48 challenge or whatever.
Yes.
There's a patch. So I don't have the patch on my vest yet, because I keep saying that until I have like 5 states covered, I'm not putting a patch on there with my 3 little states.
I hear you. I don't have any states to really visit yet on my
But
bike,
you're right up there. You have easily Connecticut, New Jersey,
I know,
Pennsylvania, New York. You got 4 right there.
I know, but I do more of this than I do riding. It's just I don't know. I gotta definitely change it up so I can put some miles.
It has to be a balance.
Yeah, I gotta figure something out, because this is like, I spend more time fixing people's bikes, doing shows, than I actually ride. But are you commuting on this bike, or are you just recreational? A little bit.
Yeah, it's just recreational. I have worked from home for the past, my son will be 17, so 17 years. I have now worked from home. I worked for a tech company in Silicon Valley. And I was fortunate enough to transfer to Florida with that job. So I worked from home. I went to the office 2 days a week when I was there sometimes, and then it got down to none. But then I fully transitioned to working from home. And then I ended up, after 25 years with them, losing my job. And so that was kind of why I got the Ryker. Just wanted to get out and do something. And so it was, I was planning a date. It was supposed to be a date night, but we couldn't rent the Ryker. My husband wanted to do the slingshot. I was like, that's just a convertible car. So I wanted to do rent the Ryker, but you needed the endorsement. So I'm like, okay, well, that'll be our date. So our date was to do the lesson for schedule the weekend. And so that was our date. And then of course I was hooked. And so it was like, oh, now we need to buy one.
No, that's the way it goes, for real, for real. I was gonna say, did you ride before, or this is your first time?
No, just on the back. I was just a backpacker.
Okay. No, that's cool. I love to see when the women step out and ride. I'm all for that. Nothing cooler than a girl on a bike. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
absolutely.
That's what's up, man. Is the area you in like a large bike community in your part of South Florida you're at?
It is. So we have, as far as SoFlo, we have about 20 members in our club. And of course, Frank is here in Coral Springs, so he lives here in Coral Springs. So, we have Ryker Rider. We have Ryker Rides, which is Beth lives just up the street from me.
Okay.
So, and then there's the 305 guys. We hook up with them and ride with them all the time. We've done rides, Buffalo Soldier, which is a Harley club. We ride with them sometimes. So we've ridden to Sanford, Florida, which is close to Orlando. They just had their annual, which was in Cocoa Bay, which is a little below Daytona.
Okay.
So some of our members rode up with them with the group. Now, when they ride, because there's so many, we have to split up the groups, right? When we went to the Keys, the Buffalo Soldier guys from Buffalo Soldiers, they rode with us, but their group is about another 20. So we usually split into sets, right? So one group lead out, and then another set, and then another set. So when we went to, where did we go? Ryker Rider had something in, I forget what the city was.
They always have some.
Exactly. So it was about 2 hours, but the 305 guys rode with us. So it was like 35 of us. So again, it was a large group, riding out to that. So we, when we get together for rides, we have open rides where, anybody can come and ride with us. And so I decided to create a website called blackriderevents.com, where, because there's bike nights going on, we have bike nights Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night.
Yeah, I see it online all the time. Yeah. So
I have a website that kind of keeps track of all of the different events, so people can just post when they have an event on the site. I've tagged it where if it's a Can-Am specific event, you can then search and filter on Can-Am specifically. But anybody can post. On the 30th, our group, the ladies from our group, the Divas. So we call ourselves the subgroup, the women of SoFlo Rider is the Divas. And so we're going to ride with Queens of the South. They're having a benefit ride, which is a costume benefit ride. So we have our Spyder costumes that we're going to wear already planned out for the ladies. So that should be fun. I'll post pictures.
That's nice. That's nice. It's nice. Are you gonna start your own chapter, or you're just gonna ride with the chapter? Who you riding with?
So I ride with SoFlo, and so I am the business manager, the PRO. I am assistant treasurer. So I am deeply ingrained in our organization. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So if I'm down by, that's South Down. Okay, so if I'm down in South Florida and I happen to be on my bike, where do you recommend the chill spots where everybody meets up, hang out, for anybody who's
listening? On the day of the week.
Hey, listen, I'm just traveling. I'm in South Florida, and now I don't know what to do. I'm all the way Midwest. So now what do I do? Where's the spot?
Las Olas Boulevard. So let's talk Fort Lauderdale area first.
Okay.
So first, Deerfield Beach, which is closest to me. Then there is Las Olas Boulevard. So Las Olas Boulevard, think of South Street for those people in Philly. It's kind of like that. Like Tribeca, it's kind of a cool, little tip shops kind of area, right?
Yeah.
So Las Olas, which is again close to the Fort Lauderdale beach. And then down in the Miami area, down by the arena, there is a, nice shop area, beautiful place to take photos. And of course, we can't forget Wynwood. Wynwood has the Wynwood walls, which are murals. So it's an entire neighborhood down in the art district in Miami. And they have beautiful murals on the walls. And so we always go down there and take pictures with our bikes against the different murals down there. And they have a great eatery. There's a Jamaican restaurant. I have to plug my Jamaican restaurant. There's a Jamaican restaurant down there that's like it gives you that backyard vibe.
Can I get some good
air?
Can I get some good roti in
Yes.
that restaurant? Yeah, I know what's up. I'm from New York. I eat every food. It doesn't matter. You gonna walk down, you know how it is. You walk down one block and you can eat 4 different countries.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's cool. That's cool. So well, I'm quite sure, like everything else, and you said you not far from Beth. So we all like to hear about modifications to our bikes. So how far and how much are you into mods?
So where's my patch? I actually have a patch on here that says I'm a YouTube mechanic. I'm a YouTube technician, certified YouTube technician. So I will go on YouTube and I will follow to the T. And I'm like, okay, I need this, I need that. I told Beth when I first got the Ryker, I told Beth of Ryker Rides, I told her that, listen, she was costing me too much money because everything, I was like, oh yeah, I need that. Oh, I need that. I need sway bars. Oh, I need those little lights. I need those little reverse mirror thing that she had. Oh, I needed a windscreen. Oh, I needed the little seat thing. And then I have a dog. So then it was, and I belong to a Facebook group that I have a dog carrier that Kaluka, whatever it's called. It's a very fancy little dog carrier, but my doggy loves it. So she rides with me sometimes. And so I had to have because I have the Ryker, the rally, right? And so I got the plate for the carrier, and then that carrier plate I can leave on and put her bag. I strap her doggy bag on the back there. Now with the Spyder, I have a 2-seat, so she just goes between straps on, much easier. But yeah, I had to kind of kludge it together. But I was doing all kinds of things. I tried to wrap the bike myself, the Ryker myself. That was a disaster. So I only had a piece of it wrapped, but I did, my name down the side. The F3 also has, my butterfly and my Jamaican flag.
I like that. I like to see when people are working on their bikes and taking it apart and taking the initiative to say, you know what, I'm gonna try it. But
I put on the lights. I was on it with there. I now bought ramps because the F3. See, with the Ryker, I could get under it no problem. But with the F3, I now needed ramps, so I went to AutoZone and got ramps so I could get under it. So
definitely.
I don't know about the changing oil though. So I'm almost up to 7,000 miles already on it. Right. And so it needs the oil change. It needs its first oil change. Yeah. And I haven't done that. So
it's not a hard thing. I mean, it's nothing you can't tackle.
Exactly. Go watch a YouTube video, right?
Yeah, that's how I learned. I'm putting out a new video. How much I spent in modifications, and it's probably close to $5,000. Give or take the stuff I didn't get for free. Thank you, all the companies who sent me some nice stuff. But yeah, I'm like 5,000. But that company Sling Mods keeps breaking my pockets. I had to email them directly and say, listen, man, you got to slow this down, man. You're taking all my money, man. I only get a little bit of money from YouTube now, and I can't just keep giving it to you guys.
I tell you, I almost cried. So I got the the Halo skid plate for
yes.
We were riding to go get ice cream because we ride out. So in the afternoon, we have a text group. We'll text us like, who want to go get ice cream? And we ride out just to go get ice cream. So it was probably about 8 of us riding out to go get ice cream. I went over the train tracks just a tad too fast, and my fingers went just shattered all over the screen, all over the street. So I felt bad for a good little while because I'm like, oh, I had only had that skid plate on there for, I don't even think 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, I like the skid plate, don't get me wrong, but in New York City,
Potholes, yeah.
Yeah, you can't really. I mean, it's a cool feature, but out here you won't see anybody get it because it don't last. You won't believe how many front ends I fixed already without skid plates, and it's unforgiving. So, I mean, it's a cool add-on, but I can't do it. There's just certain things I can't put on this bike where it's gonna be feasible. I'll be riding like, like a little like it's a tricycle, like
right.
No,
I talked to Dan and he was like, well, now so you'll ride differently. No, because I need to keep up. I am riding with a group. I can't put 2 car lengths in front of me because I got to slow down over some train tracks and everybody leaves me. Then somebody cuts me off and then now what? Now I'm trying to wiggle in between traffic. No, I think
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a cool mod, but there's certain modifications.
But I'm gonna go for the wheels. So I think the wheel light, the intern, I have. So you know how what was the place you just said? What's the shop you said you gave them a lot of money? Sling Mod. They have those little wheel things, the caps, and has a Spyder inside the wheel.
Yes.
Lights up.
Yeah.
You have to take out the battery to charge it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. So I have those on my bike, but Dan has an inside wheel light.
It's the inside wheel ring, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of getting that.
Yeah,
I have the eyes.
Cool.
So I have the eyes. Like I said, I had the halo.
Right.
I still feel a little pain every time I say that.
No, I mean, I always say, you know what, I'm done with mods and things like that. But, it got to the point where I was like, you know what, now I'm not going to put regular mods on anymore. I'm going to
selective.
Yeah, I'm going to buy something different and retrofit it. So that's how I was able to put those lights on the passenger seat and mini light bars around. So I've changed it up. Plus,
Have you tried the rock lights?
I've had rock lights on it. I took it off.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. I put rock lights in my fenders. I didn't really like it. It wasn't giving me the glow effect I like. But I did come up with another idea to get my wheels to light up without buying all those parts. So I'm working on something right now.
And then we'll see it on YouTube soon.
Yeah, hopefully be able to see. It'll be one of those things where I'm not going to sell it. I'll show you how to make it. It's going to be real simple and it's going to make your wheels glow as they ride and you won't have to charge it and put a battery in it. So that's something I'm working on now. As long as the weather holds up, I'll be able to show you. Cool. And now some other things that I came up with, and I'm actually in production to some parts that will dress up the Ryker. So I have some a plastic manufacturer I sent some ideas to. We're waiting to see if we can get some good fits. And once we get some good fits, then I'll have some products that you could just snap onto your Ryker and be like, oh, give it a little different look, a little different feel. So the coolest thing, though, that I have to say, 2 things is the windshield. That's a no-brainer. It's the best thing to have. And the foam hand grips. I mean, I know they're not that expensive, but whoo, makes a difference on my arthritis.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The thing too is wearing the compression sleeves, because you don't realize how your hands get tired. The sleeves are good for cooling and keeping warm with those sleeves. So that's also,
well, now that you segued into it, I was going to talk about it, but thank you, Miss Goody, for sending me the compression sleeves with the shadow black Ryker on the front. So tell everybody about your business here.
Yeah. So I call myself a serial entrepreneur. So one of my many business is custom creation. So you can get La Monster has an adapter that you take off the top piece on the left-hand side of your bike, and it has a cup holder. And so I ride with my cup. So this is my SoFlo cup for the SoFlo Divas. So these pictures of our bike group. This is my cup that I usually ride with. My Miss Goody one, I ride with that one too. But I've done tumblers for other folks.
And me too.
I sent you a tumbler a while back with your bike on it some time ago. So I love to ride with my tumblers. The other thing that I do custom are the sleeves. So it doesn't matter the color. I've done them. So this one was one that got messed up, so that's why I still have it. With someone that rides a Harley,
Okay.
Harley group. So I put logos on them, names. Oh, sorry, hit my mic. Your name, your bike. This is
Is that Drew
RT.
Brees? Is that Drew Brees?
But we do have another Breeze. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's some of the things that I enjoy working on is the customization. I do custom sneakers. I've done the shirts. So I have, my peace, love, and Can-Am here.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And so designs, people come up with ideas. I can, put it onto different things, be it a bag, the sleeves. I focus mainly on the compression sleeves because that's, things for riding. So I'm all about the riding, the headgear. I did this one as well for all of our ladies in our group.
For those who just listen to the podcast, it says divas.
Yes.
Just to let y'all know, it's divas. Just a case with a lot of rhinestones and bling on it. Okay.
Yes. Gotta bling it
out. So what's your future plans on the Can-Am? You, maybe a riding club, what y'all got going on, or just you, or what you want to do?
So as far as mods, I need an exhaust because I think my F3 is a little too quiet. So I want to get an exhaust. That's probably the
RLS.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down. RLS, that's the way to go.
That's the way to go. If you want, you click the link in my description and get that 10% off.
All right, I'm gonna do it. So yep. So that I think right now that's about it. Now I have my comfort seat. It matches. I have the little Spyder on the seat. So maybe I'm thinking about, I don't want to wrap it. I think I want to do like airbrushing, some kind of airbrushing on the hood.
Nice.
So those are like the two things right off the bat that I'm thinking of.
Any future trips or long rides coming up?
So future trips. So of course we've done the all-female ride in Jacksonville. So that's coming up April. And so there were about, I want to say something like 2,000 women that rode in that ride. Wow. So all kinds of bikes. But there were quite a few Can-Ams in there. So we're going to do that. That's April 1st through the 3rd. Then there is in Louisiana next year is the Black, what is it called? Roundup, the Bikers Roundup, the National Bikers Roundup. Next year it will be the 45th year of them doing this Bikers Roundup.
Okay.
So each year it rotates, and every 10 years it goes back to the original place, which is Kansas. So next year it's going to be in Louisiana. Hopefully Louisiana is back good by then. Yeah. But the hotels where it is in the area is already sold out. So people are now going to have to go to, because it's in Gonzales, Louisiana. It's on my events page. Okay. Folks will have to go probably as far as like New Orleans and ride in.
Oh,
they're sold. The hotels are already sold out immediately as they announced it. Like within a week, the hotels were sold out. And the same thing happened. We just so happened because someone knew someone is how we ended up staying like right in Perry, Georgia, where it was. Because I booked for our club to stay about 40 miles away. And I didn't realize how far 40 miles was till you're right, after riding 9 hours, and we were like, OMG.
Right.
Thank goodness we were able to stay like right across from the fairgrounds where the event was for the week.
Oh, okay.
So it worked out.
That sounds real nice, man. You're real busy.
And then I can hit Texas. So the idea is to get some more colors on my patch. When we're in Louisiana, you wake up 5 o'clock one morning, you go hit Texas. We can go north, so we're going to try to get some states in, like just wake up early and just go ride out each day and get some states in.
Man, that's the plan. Beautiful, man. That sounds like a whole lot of fun, man. I like to see that. I always like to see everybody out there.
And I'm trying to get to Wisconsin because Evelyn, who is Lady Ryker, I don't know if you know Evelyn. Lady. She's out of Minnesota actually, but she was trying to figure out where the most Ryker riders. So she had the first Ryker in Minnesota.
Mm.
And so she was trying to figure out how she's going to, if, you know, where to gather the people, whether it was Wisconsin or Minnesota. So there was a poll on her. So she has a Facebook group, Black Women on 3 and Lady Rykers. And so Wisconsin is going to be, I think is what we voted on. So I will be hauling to Wisconsin. I will not be riding all the way to Wisconsin. I will haul to Wisconsin, but I want to meet up with them.
You got a Ryker Riders female president there in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unica.
Unica. Yeah, I have to say it right because she emails me every time I say it wrong. So La Unica. Okay, so just making sure. So that's great, man. I like to see that, and I know Can-Am likes to see that because
spreading across the country. We you know, ladies got to stick together.
Absolutely, I'm all for the women on road. That's why when I was doing my t-shirts and making my stuff, you know, I got an email said, you know, you don't have a t-shirt out there strictly for the women. I said, oops.
Yeah.
My bad. Coming up real soon. So, you know, if you want to purchase my merch and my apparel, but that's cool. I have something for the women. I don't want to exclude anybody. So if you had to describe your Can-Am experience in one word or one sentence, what would it be?
Three-wheel therapy.
Three-wheel therapy. All right.
That's it.
I have to say, I don't really get the same answer twice. No. Always something different. Everybody always has their description of it. It's very unique, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. So listen, for those who are listening, and of course I will post links below, you know, give out all your contact information, your club, your riding, your website, and all that cool stuff you have going on. And of course, I'll post it below, but go ahead just for the people who are listening.
Certainly. So our bike group, SoFlo Riders, SoFlo Riders, Three-Wheel Wind Therapy. It's very long, but it's a Facebook group. You can find it. Just search for SoFlo and you'll find it that way. My website, Custom Creations by Trish, and Creations is with a Z, not an S. And you can find me on social media, Custom Creations by Trish, or my personal page, Miss Goody Goody.
That's what's up. Hey, listen, so if you guys or girls want to reach out and y'all in the South Florida area, you know, you hit up Miss Goody and she will have some ideas and ride outs and things for you guys to do. All you guys hopefully know me. I'm Keith Hammer, host of the first podcast for all three-wheel owners, Rolling on 3. If you want to reach me to be on the show, you can hit me up on rollingon3wheels@gmail. That's the number 3. You can find me on Instagram as the Shadow Black Ryker. I'm not going to change it to Rolling on 3. It's just, it is what it is. That's the name I got, and that's the name I've got to keep. Every other social media platform, Rolling on 3, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, Discord, anything that says roll, just type in hashtag Rolling on 3, the number 3, and I will pop up with all my social media. Trish, it was wonderful to have you on the show, man. Great guest. Good luck with your business and everything.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.